What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're taking the wheels off the HELLCAT and we're gonna ship them out because I sold them. Okay, so we are shipping off the RACESTAR 18x5s with the M&H tires. So I'm going to show you guys here in just a second how I'm going to package these up. But first thing you want to do is clean the wheels and tires are really good actually, because they're going to be kind of shifting around and you're going to have cardboard or styrofoam or saran wrap rubbing on them. So it's better just to get all the dirt off. That way none of that stuff's moving around. Prevent any unwanted scratches. So obviously these wheels are used, but they're in really good condition. I think there might be like one nick somewhere. But shout out to Mike for purchasing them. These wheels sold really fast. So they're kind of like a hot commodity in the HELLCAT world. Well, in any world really, Camaros, Mustangs, HELLCATs, everyone runs the RACESTARs, but obviously these are HELLCAT fitment. So, and these M&H tires right now are really hard to find. Everyone's having to switch to Mickey Thompson because this size M&H is on back order. So anyways, I sold mine. So first thing we're gonna do, we take some wheel cleaner and a clean microfiber and just clean these wheels really good. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of, douse it in some wheel cleaner. Doesn't hurt to clean the tire either. So we just want to pretty much get all this dirt and grime off. That way, like I said, when it's moving around and shipping, no unwanted scratches are being put on the wheels, because who knows with these FedEx and UPS people how they treat your stuff. So obviously you want to package it really well, but even then you want it to be clean because it's got saran wrap and cardboard, and so all that's going to do is drag dirt across if it moves at all. So if you just clean them up really good, it'll really help prevent any unwanted scratches. Tire also, so I did spray the tire also, so I'm just going to use a used rag to clean the tire off. Just kind of wipe it down. Probably no dirt's going to come from that, but you already got the wheel clean, so might as well get the tire clean too. Plus it's nice when you open a package and everything's clean. Even though it's used, it's just nice opening something when it's nice and clean. So like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's before, there's after. A couple of streaks I need to wipe down. But really the main purpose is just to get all the brake dust and any grime off. That way it's not moving around during shit. All right, so what I did, I didn't show up, but I rinsed them off first and then sprayed some wheel cleaner on them. Just wiped them down really good. Like I said, you just want to prevent any unwanted, unnecessary scratches while it's shipping. So now the wheels are clean. You want them to dry out. That way you don't get any of that wet stuff into the cardboard, because we are going to use cardboard and that will deteriorate the package. So just make sure the wheels are completely dry before you start packing. Things I picked up: a roll of saran wrap. They have the bigger rolls, but they are a lot more expensive. A box of cardboard just in case I need some extra. We have some laying around, but I wanted to get an extra piece just in case. And this dish foam roll. This stuff will really help prevent it from scratches or anything hitting the wheels. So what we'll do is we'll cut one piece, probably about right here, and then we'll set the wheel on top of that piece first. All right, so we've got one square cut out. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a layer of foam on the wheel, then another layer of cardboard, then the other wheel. What's nice about this roll, I just realized this, but they just rip off kind of like paper towel. So just rip some sheets, kind of overlap them, that way you don't have any gaps. So probably gonna put 3 on this wheel. All right, so the wheel's covered. We're going to put another piece of cardboard on top of that. Then we'll put the other wheel on. Now just try and line them up as perfectly as possible. That way everything kind of stays together. You see I've got some water coming out. I need to make sure that tire's dry. but line them up as best as you can, and that way the package stays together a lot better and they're not slipping and sliding around. All right, so I'm also sending 2 hub-centric spacers and the lug nuts. It sounds stupid, but I would recount the lug nuts as you're wrapping them up just to make sure you have them all, because if you miss one, well, then you got to pay an extra fee to ship something separately. So what I do is I just lay them down on the saran wrap, and then you'll just kind of wrap them up into like a big bundle of lug nuts. And then these we'll put right under there, right underneath the wheel. All right, so you can see, just tucked them inside there. We do need another piece of cardboard for the top, so I'm gonna go find one now. All right, so I found my last janky piece of cardboard here. But anyways, that'll work perfectly. So now what we're gonna wanna do is saran wrap this whole entire thing, which is kind of gonna be a pain. But what you'll wanna do is bend all these corners so that they wrap around the tire and almost create a complete enclosed box for the tires. So we're gonna try and bend these corners as we're wrapping them up. All right, so pretty much all the saran wrapping is done. So I first kind of went around this way, and I flipped it the other way and then went this way. And then I got the corners down, so you can see like it's almost created a complete box wherein the corners are folded down. So then I kind of just went at an angle across wrapping it. And then to finish it off, all I did was put the saran wrap here, just hold it and just roll it down and wrap it this way also. That way, you've got saran wrap going each and every direction, and it should protect it pretty good. And you gotta remember, we've got the lugs and the hub-centric rings in there, so we don't want those to fall out. So just go over it. I can see I've got one little spot I probably need to wrap up, but pretty much this is good to go. So like I said, take your time wrapping it. Remember that someone's paying you for this. And you can go have FedEx or UPS do this, but I think they probably charge a pretty fair amount. However, their packaging is probably better than I am. So that's going to conclude
if you have some extra
wrapping up cardboard,
your tires. If you need
save
to ship
yourself
some
like
wheels and tires that are already
$35-50.
mounted, you can see I probably paid about $10 for the saran wrap and then a couple bucks for the foam padding, but I've got a ton left, so if I need to ship something else out later on, I've already got the stuff. So that's what I'm saying, is the first time it might cost a little more, but what they're going to charge you at FedEx or UPS, you can go buy the stuff, and then if you need to ship stuff in the future, you've already got the product paid for. So I'm going to ship these off to Mike. Mike, hopefully you enjoy them. Send me a picture once you get them mounted. Should look pretty good on your car. I'm not going to say what his car is because I don't know if he wants me to say what it is, but it's a badass car. We own one of them here. If you've made it this far into the video, into the vlog, you're probably wondering why the wheels are off. So I sold the wheels, obviously, to Mike. Now Kevin has a spare set of wheels that are not on his car right now, the stock ones, which obviously, if you don't know me, they are by far my favorite wheel on the HELLCAT. I think the stock wheels look the best. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, they're the best two wheels for a HELLCAT. The offset, the fitment is so perfect for a stock wheel, but I'm not putting stock wheels on because I'm trying to lose weight. So you may be like, why don't you put those wheels on until you get wheels in? Well, because in a couple days, I've got something coming in where I need to work on this area, so I might as well just leave the wheels off, because in a couple days, this all has to get changed, something in this area, and then the new wheels can go on. But I've got to change a lot of stuff in the front. If you already know, you probably know. So comment down below if you think you know what I'm doing. But if you're new to the channel, I'm trying to lose as much weight as possible on this car without going crazy, such as like a mini tub, you know, back half in the car, going full fiberglass front end. I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. I don't want to gut the interior. I want the full interior. Obviously, you know the car has Kirkies in it, so it has lighter seats, but the car still has full steering wheel, dash, navigation, stereo system, has a SRT rear seat delete, like the interior is clean. But on the outside, I'm really not trying to go crazy. So I'm trying to take off as much weight as possible without going to like a race car style car, because I do like driving this car on the street, and for the power it has, it ain't gonna compete with any drag cars or race cars. So it's just a heavy ass street car, a really heavy street car. So if you've been following along the build for a while, you know that we're trying to lose as much weight as possible while still keeping it a street car. So this is finally happening. If you know what it is, comment down below. But you'll see it in the next couple days, over the next couple uploads. I've got some stuff coming in. But the front RACESTARs are sold, and they're on their way to Wisconsin today. Hopefully Mike enjoys them. And I have, well, I'll make a video on that when it happens tomorrow. So make sure you guys always comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at Bambi39. And I still have my rear Brembos for sale. They do fit all 3rd gen Hemis, so like 2008 and up or whatever it is. They are the rear 4-piston Brembos with only 5,000 miles. You get the rotors, the brake pads, the brake lines, everything you need to bolt on to like your SXT, your Scat Pack, your RT, your Daytona, whatever. If you want the red Brembos, they're only $500 plus shipping. I'm assuming the shipping is probably 80 to 100 just because the rotors are so freaking heavy. They're large. Or you can come pick them up. I'll meet you somewhere as long as it's not too far, as long as it's worth the drive. But they're only $500, and everyone online sells them, I think, for $1,000 brand new for a pair. These only have 5,000 miles on them. There's nothing wrong with them. There might be like one tiny little nick in here and there on the caliper, but they're in really good condition. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.